sales in 2000. When I started my sales in 2009, my first conversion, my first close was after 440 calls. So please don't get disheartened, even if you don't get conversions on 500 calls also. 440 calls was my conversion. 440 was my conversion. Just imagine 440 people, 439 people have rejected me on the call. No, I'm not interested. No, we are not going to talk to you. No.
Okay. Were you not disheartened? Were you not discouraged?
Yes, it is obvious to be get discouraged. But of course, at that point of time, there were people who were hand-holding me by saying that that's a part of sales. And
Yes.
that kept on pushing me. So they never told me, okay, you have to close a deal. They just told me that you have to keep on calling people because you don't know who is the person who is going to be your client. And
Yes.
that one client gets to you and then you get into that rhythm.
Okay.
Sometimes the first, maybe you might be very, very lucky that your first call could be a conversion. You never know. Don't have this kind of mindset, oh, I'm going to have my first client after 500 calls. You can be a lucky person and your first call could be your client.
Yes.
So whatever is it, but don't get disheartened. Sales requires patience, lot of patience and lot of strategies and lot of creativity in thinking and lot of understanding of your product and services. It's a lot of everything. It's not just one thing. They're very smart people. When good salesmen are always very smart people. So that would be my take. I hope that helps you a bit.
Yes, Swati. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome you all for the fourth session that we are going to have today. It is again the same, just to keep you the set parameters. It is going to be from 3 to 5 p.m. My name is Swati Gupta, and we are going to start the session. So today we are going to talk about how to close a deal, because on the first day we understood what is the process. The second day we understood, the second time we understood the different, ideal customer profiles. How do you understand who is your customer? The third, we understood about the negotiation skills. Once everything is done, once you follow the process, there has to be a closing. No matter how much they tell you that, oh, I'm going to buy this product, this is amazing product. But if they don't pay you, it's not a close. They could be best of your friend in the process, but they are not your client if they don't pay you. Just simple. Second one important thing you have to understand that, as I was just telling Bindu, that you have to have the intention of serving them. You have to have the intention of helping them. Everything is about the prospect client or the customer. But you have to also understand you are not doing their free services. There has to be a closing. So please keep this end result in the mind. But you have, in the whole of the process, you have to also think that what is his benefit. When you have completed his benefit portion, then you have to think about your benefit also, which is the closing. I hope that helps you a bit. Now let's start. Okay. Now suppose you are into negotiation and people get to know, okay, so they understood your products, they liked your product, they liked your services, they're very happy with you, they like the way you talk. So do you think they give you some signals that they would be buying or they would not be buying?
Yes.
Yes. Have you seen signal, traffic signal?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what does green mean?
Go.
What does yellow mean?
Get ready.
Stop.
Get ready?
Yeah,
Stop.
ready.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
Bindu, yellow
yeah.
signal is never before the green signal. After red, you always have green and then you have a yellow. So you don't get ready with that.
But here it is red, yellow, and green. After red.
Okay, one second, please. You have muted me for some reason, but particular, somebody has muted me.
We are able to hear you.
We are able to hear you. I'm actually testing my audio. It looks like somewhat working now.
Okay, fair. Okay. Okay, fair. No worries, Aarti. So tell me one thing, Bindu. You said that it is always like
Ready.
get ready. But
Yeah.
that's not get ready, na? You have red, then you have green, and then you have yellow. So what does that understand? What do you understand by that? That after yellow, it is going to be red. So you have to be cautious, not ready. You have to slow down your car or your two-wheeler. It's not get ready. If it would have come after red,
Yeah.
then it would have been get ready.
I just
So it's
got
always
confused. I thought it
cautious.
comes after then.
No. After it automatically it comes green, and then after green
Green.
it comes yellow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's being cautious that, okay, now you're going to be a red, so you have to stop or you have to slow down your car or your two-wheeler. So you have signals, right? Signals, there is a signal that is green, you have to go. In red, you have to stop. In yellow, you have to be cautious. In the same way, there are buying signals. So you understand whether you want to really invest your time, effort, energy. After putting up so many things, do you still want to put your time, energy, and efforts? Now, what are those is important. First, why it is important? Because you have to understand whatever you have put in with that individual. Are you done with it, or is there any more scope, or you have to stop it? I'll tell you why. Because what happens is, initially people get excited about the product, about the services, about a lot of things, but at the end they don't want to buy that product. You might come across these kind of people many times, that they are very excited. They would be like, oh wow, this is one product that is going to help me, but they will not be a customer. But there are buying signals which you have to understand so that you don't waste your extra time on that. So what is it? Firstly, what is buying signal? It is any behavior that demonstrate that a prospect is actively considering to purchase your product. And that is also from you. Why specifically from you? Because sometimes what happens is you give the demo, you give the presentation, you give everything, but they go and buy from somewhere else. So that is a buying signal. You have to always remember that it has to be from you. Right? Now, secondly, what are these? They are verbal communication, they are body language, they are circumstantial. Now, what is verbal communication? They would say, okay, I'm ready to buy this product. Tell me what is the price for it. Oh, let's go ahead with it. Oh, good product. Let me give you the payment for this. What is the payment? Tell me the discount about it. Verbal communication, verbal conversation or communication, because they are telling you upfrontly that I'm going to buy the product. Simple people, you get easier closing. Body language. We will talk about it, that what exactly body language means, how you have to understand that person is going to actually buy from you. I'm sorry. Circumstantial. The buyer takes action that signifies next. What does that mean? That's actually take. I'm so sorry for that mistake there. It's that he will give you some kind of hints through verbal and non-verbal, where you will understand that he might buy and he is ready to buy. I'll give you examples for this in the future. So what are the most common sales buying signals? Okay, firstly, I would like to know from you. What do you think that what could be the buying signals?
They would do inquiry of more in detail inquiry of the products.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they would compare our product with other this thing, and they would even ask us for comparison, or they are suggestions ki which is a better product and what do you suggest?
Okay. So in short, Payal, they would be asking a lot of questions where they would try to understand what is the benefit and the feature that will help them. Correct?
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Thank you. Absolutely right. That's one of the most important buying signal. They are going to ask you very relevant questions. Questions where they are trying to understand how it is going to help them. And also, just to tell you, all the people out here is that nowadays, how people have changed is that after specifically COVID is that people don't invest even 100 rupees if they are not needed about it. If you have actually given a thought on that. People don't even invest 100 rupees,
Right, right.
right? So that's a change of pattern specifically after COVID. So
Ma'am, one more thing. After COVID, many of them have learned to do business sales because earlier there were only
this is,
few of us selling.
anybody
Right, right.
After
talk about
COVID,
what are the other buying? Yeah, tell me, Pai, please.
yes. I'm saying after COVID, every second person has got into sales. Every you can see every old second house, every lady is selling something or other. So we have less buyers, and like you
Yes,
said,
that could
after
also,
COVID, people are thinking a lot to spend.
yes. So there were two aspects from where you're trying to speak. The first aspect is that people have become conscious of selling them, conscious of buying the product. And the second aspect is that you are saying that after COVID, people, every second house is selling something. It could be a kurta, it could be a dress, it could be agarbatti, it could be anything possible, but everybody's selling something. So there is less of
Right.
buyer and more of sellers.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. That is also one of the points, but that's basically more in B2C, not in B2B. So yes, this is one of the points, but let me tell you that people have they have become very conscious for selling, so for buying. So the first thing is that the buying signal is they start asking you good questions. They start asking you relevant questions. Relevant questions, for example, okay, I'll tell you, the customer will show that they are engaged by asking questions. The more tougher questions they ask you, the more you think that it is going to convert a sales. Tougher question as in terms of you can actually, why should I choose you over the competitors? This is one of the very tough questions that a customer asks most of the time. You should be well ready that why he or she will choose you rather than the competitor. Now here, you have to understand that what you need to speak as an answer. The answer has to be very relevant to the value addition, the simplification of your product. If you don't say which showcase the value, then it is not acceptable. Now I'll give you one example over here. How many people have iPhone? Here, Payal has an iPhone, Naina has
Yes,
an
ma'am.
iPhone, Payal, Bindu
Yes.
has an iPhone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And rest of the people have Android, right? Now, this question is very specific to Bindu, Payal, and Naina, who has an iPhone. Do you use all the features of iPhone? And just to ask you one question, how many features are there in iPhone, first and foremost? Can you give me the number?
No.
I don't
No,
use
I
all
don't
the
think we know
features.
that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we know that.
iPhone has more than 1,000 features.
Oh, okay.
आपने 5 फीचर्स भी पूरे इस्तेमाल नहीं किए होंगे properly, या 10. So why did you buy an iPhone? Then you can get the same thing in Android. That's the value. Value cost is that it is like 40,000 rupees, paid above 40,000 rupees. And the value is that they have created that as a brand status. So that's the difference between cost and a value. Now, for example, if you give any product to somebody by her key, then here the price doesn't come into picture. The value would come is how it is going to simplify their life, how it is going to help them earn money, how it is going to help them achieve their success and goal, whatever their goal is. Now you have to keep a track on their goal, whatever they would be telling to you during the process of sales. What kind of questions do you ask to them? What is that they are not satisfied with? So at the end, when you're towards the closing and they are pretty much, into buying or decision making, then when if they ask you this kind of tough questions, oh, why do I choose this? Oh, that person is giving lesser price than your product. Your product is expensive. In fact, they're giving me discount for this. Then you have to tell why you should buy my product over that product. For that, you have to keep on writing 10 points or 15 points about your features and your product, which serves the problem in the market. That should be handy to you. That should be learned by you. That should be in your mind, heart, soul. So you have to keep on thinking. What is it solving? How it is solving? Talk to your old customer. Why? What happened if they actually had something of your product? How did that help you? So you have to keep on adding and thinking and adding and adding. That's create a value, and that value has to be given to the new person. Right?
Also, Swati, I think by when they ask questions, from the questions that they are asking, we can try to understand what is the need specific to that particular customer.
Yes, exactly. So who said that? I'm so sorry, I cannot.
Nana.
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 So
Yeah.
exactly, Nana, whatever you said was absolutely right. So when you are into on conversation with a prospect client, you have to actually understand that what is the pain point of that person,
Yes.
and does your product solve that thing?
Problem. Yeah.
If it doesn't solve, no matter how good your product or service would be, he is not your ideal
Going
customer.
to. Correct.
So please don't invest your valuable time where you can actually convert some other person who actually need your product.
Correct.
Right? So now
Yeah.
second question they might ask you, can you please tell me the reason why the customer have cancelled here? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I have written there, Ned. It is cancelled the contract with you. Now, these are very tough questions. Now, if you Google some of the tough questions when people ask you during the closing sales, you get around 10 to 15 questions that people actually ask you when they actually close a deal. And the higher the value of the deal, the higher the tougher questions are. Right? So this is first thing. The second thing, they talk about the budget. They will tell you openly if they're into closing. They will tell you openly that, oh, I have a problem of budget. Can you help me with something? Now, I'll give you one real example which has happened to me. Now, what happened? I was actually understanding the salesperson call. So as you know, I'm also a freelancer trainer. And I keep on going with different clients. But you know what? This is one source of income. So I'm pretty stable at this source of income right now. But I wanted to add another source of income in my growth. So I actually thought there is I don't know if you know this concept by any chance, as there is a lot of companies, okay, where they have rented toys. Have you heard about this concept? So they have rented toys. The way I don't know whether you have heard about this. Reliance started rented books at one point of time. Monthly subscription. It was in the year 2009, 2010, 2011. Then they shut down to it. So this is a concept. You know, the toys are very expensive these days. One toy will cost you no less than 500 rupees to 700 rupees. The more the branded it is, the more it will be a costlier product.
Correct.
So now there is a lot of companies in the market who give rented toys, which means that there is a subscription. And this subscription actually is like 1,200 rupees for 3 months, where you can have 1 week. In 1 week, you can have one slot of toys in which you can choose 2 toys, whichever you want. One could be cognitive, one could be physical, one could be a book. So it's a box that comes to person, and the parents have to take the responsibility. Now I actually wanted to take this as a franchisee.
Hmm.
And I genuinely had this idea of taking up this franchisee. I actually talked about to him about, okay, what is it? I talked to the CEO of the company. Everything was fixed. But I genuinely tell you that I had one problem.
Hmm.
That was that I did not have the budget. And in the whole of the process, they did not even ask me even one time, do you have money problem?
Hmm.
Not even once. Ultimately, I can really tell you, yesterday morning I messaged him because that person was continuously following me up. That can we have one last meeting with you so that you understand that how it is going to be. I was like, I'm absolutely convinced with all the parameters that we are having with you. But I was not opening up with him that I don't have the budget. You're asking me a franchisee fee of 5 lakh rupees. Why would I pay a 5 lakh rupees? You have to justify me that first. Second, I do not have that 5 lakh. Better I invest into something. I go and buy products and I'll sell it. Na? He actually
Yeah.
did not ask me. Then I actually messaged him that Praveen, I'm so sorry. I have dropped the plan. I was actually thinking what went wrong from his sales process. As a customer, I was right.
Hmm.
But I was trying to understand from his sales perspective. Not even once him or there are two CEOs I actually spoke to. Not even one person asked me, what is your problem? What is the pain point? Do you have the problem for the space? No. Do you have a problem for money? Yes. Problem of money
So,
because I never
Swati,
wanted.
is it okay if we ask the customer about their budget, or if there is any, like, some people I've seen, they get offended when you ask them कि आपका budget क्या है, वो then they reply like हाँ budget का issue नहीं है, and something like that. So is it
Okay.
okay?
Yes, it is very, very important. I'll tell you why. Because looks are disguise. Looks definitely
Correct.
gives you disguise. Secondly, you should not ask directly what is your budget. You have to
Hmm.
sugarcoat it. That's something called as a sales communication.
Hmm.
My product is a little expensive product, but it has a lot of value. The value would be told to you, but I just wanted to understand, are you comfortable with this range?
Okay.
Just ask the range. And the moment you ask this question, you have to be very sharp with their facial expressions, with their body language, and
Hmm.
what are they responding to it. Because the moment you ask this question, if he's not comfortable, he'll do something which is
Hmm.
negative.
Correct.
He might not say that verbally to you, but because that's an ego problem with everybody, right? So, but the
Yeah.
body language will say. So you have to be very, very sharp. You should have a very sharp observation at that very moment. So you should also be prepared when you ask this type of questions. That what is
Right.
that facial expression? Was he taken aback? Was he questioning? Was he into thinking mode? Was it what
Hmm.
exactly? And please just note it down.
Hmm.
Because maybe you might not get an answer then and there itself, but in the process also you might get whether he is capable of paying your product or service or not.
Okay.
Then you have to understand and adjust how much time and effort you want to put with that person. Do you want to put that into sales funnel, or do you want to close in this particular month and week?
Okay.
So it is like that. The third point is that they are willing to talk further. They would not avoid you is one of the very high buying signal. If they pick up their call and they tell you that, yes, let's talk about it, let's fix up a date. But if you are keep on calling a person, but he's not picking up your call, he's not coming on the Zoom meeting, he's not responding to your mail, he's seeing your mail is also one of the things that you should remember, that he's not interested in buying. There is one thing that is stopping him. Either he's not a decision maker, either he doesn't have that need, either he doesn't have the money, whatever could be the case, but you have to figure that out. You have to also understand they do have a genuine need. And they are happy to share key insight. I'll tell you what does this mean is that if the buying signals are there, if the person is very convinced with your product or a service, then that person will give you lot of insights in the conversation. Then they come to a place where they start talking very much about themselves, their problems, their competitors, their past experience. They keep on talking about it. If the person is not into that kind of discussion with you after 4-5 meetings, itself means that that person is stopping himself or herself to indulge into conversation with you, is also a sign that he is not ready to buy. And admits, and the last point is he admits dissatisfaction with the current supplier. So this is very specific thing that comes from B2B. So supplier, when I say, it is from B2B. Okay. So do you have any questions right now?
This is this whole tell me if I'm wrong here. If
Yes, please.
if I understand correctly, this is coming from buyer. Buyer will be giving you all these things before you actually give the details. Is it?
Yes. These are signals from the buyers.
It has to be from buyer. Yeah.
From the buyers, not from the salesperson. So you have understood it right, Aarti. Yes, Naina.
I just want to tell you one thing, that all these signals, when I read them, and I think to myself that I have given all these signals to certain people, and in the end I have backed out and I have not bought, or I have not signed up for it, because the thing that they were trying to sell to me were not on the priority list, or I had other things engaging me at that moment, so I backed out.
Exactly.
And
So
then
you,
later I forgot. Yeah.
yeah.
So that also happens, I think.
Correct. Thank you so much for putting up that, Naina. Now I would like to ask everyone here that when you were a buyer or you were on the side of buyer, have you not given this kind of hints to the salesperson when you do not buy it? You give all this kind of hints. Now it is a problem of the salesperson that he's not understanding your buying signals. And he's following you up. Now, the more he follows you up and the more you're not interested to buy, the more bugged you are. And the more you get towards not buying it.
Exactly.
So this is exactly you have to think. These are some of the very strong signals that the person, when you come towards the closing part, you have understood that he is an ideal profile. You understand that he has the authority. You understand that he has a buying capacity. You understand that he is the one person who has a need. You understand that my product and service is going to help him or her about his problem. And if then also he's not giving any of this buying signal, then yet he is not made up his mind. Then there is something still that is prevailing in his mind and is not clear on that. So either try to find that out or stop investing your time and put him into sales funnel. If not today, it could be some other. Now one more thing I want to tell you about here is that what happens is, see, if suppose a person has the buying capacity, he has a need also. But you have to also understand why you have to put that person or prospect line into a sales funnel, because in spite of he having the money at that point of time, he might have other priorities which has to be taken care.
Correct, correct.
So you have to always keep that in mind and try to understand that are you an immediate purchaser? Is this your priority to buy? Or is this something that you have the need of the product or the service, but maybe not this month, but by next month you have to buy. So that comes with questioning. You have to question, you have to get the answers, you have to understand, you have to interpret, and then you have to very smoothly under the conversations of yours, you have to re-clarify it with that person. Okay, sir, I understand that you genuinely have a need of this product or service, but I understand that you also have other priority. So just to have a recheck with you, would you be buying this product in this month only, or do you have something else in your mind? Very softly in sales communication. That's the power of communication in sales. You have to really quote the truth. I'm not saying that you have to lie, but I'm trying to say you have to put it beautifully. Are you people with me?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is how you have to keep on upgrading and keep on understanding the communication skills also. So that's the thing. Don't know why does it.
Hello,
Yeah.
I need to understand 5 points. Happy to sell. Key insight. I need
Okay.
to.
Yes, Palak. Thank you for that. So happy to share key insight as in terms of then if suppose okay, now just imagine about you as a buyer with somebody. Now, once a person has come to you, presented to you on the second part, third part, you become comfortable with that person, and fourth time, you keep on talking with that person. Sometimes it does happen that you start sharing a lot of your home information with them.
Mhm.
Does that happen with you, Palak? Palak?
Yes, yes.
Yes. That's basically you start talking about it. So key insight means just think about the product and services. Oh, I have a water purifier. अरे उसका हमेशा का प्रॉब्लम है. वो है ना मेरे यहाँ का ना प्रॉब्लम ही पीपीएम का है. इतना हार्ड वाटर होता है कि वो ब्लड प्यूरिफायर वो सॉरी वाटर प्यूरिफायर खराब हो जाता है एकदम. So you say okay, I stay in this area.
Mhm.
I have a problem. My basic problem है कि हमारे यहाँ पे जिससे I'm talking about Bangalore, हमारे यहाँ पे कावेरी water आता ही नहीं है. So there is no softening of the water. It's always a hard water because it's a tanker water. So you start sharing the key insights. अब ये key insights जो होते हैं ना, if I am a person who is selling something to you, I'll keep that in mind. So if you're not pushing yourself to close the deal, I'll use it. See, Palak, I understand you only told that, okay, you have a problem. Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, suppose I'm a salesperson and now you are not taking a decision and you're wasting my time and you're just pushing me around. So one day I can just call up Palak and say, let's talk about it, Palak. So I can make you sit and say, Palak, I understand you have genuinely a problem. You understand your problem is that there is, there is a hard water in your thing. There is a hard problem cause lot of things with your, let's not talk even about the things that it damaged, but let's talk about the things that it damaged to your internal body or an external body. It helps you or it doesn't help you with your hair. It gives you irritation of the skin. Now, whatever you are left with, why don't you take a call on that and just purchase it so that it has been stable. So whatever your key insight was shared by you, he's using or she's using it to close to you. If you have not pushing yourself in future. Okay, you might say, I'll let you know, Swati, I want to buy, but I'm not sure. That's okay. That's a normal human behavior, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
but the salesman has to close to you. He has to close the deal with you. So he has to push you. For that pushing, he needs the key insights. And that key insights has been shared by you initially only. Right?
Yes.
So that's how you have to use. That's the reason I keep on telling all the people, please write down what they say, because you don't know which point where you have to use for them, by them. It's very important. Don't miss out writing. So the next one is that we,
Just a second. Can we say key insight is the quality of product?
as in, can you just repeat that or just give me an example?
Yes, it's a 5 point. Happy to share key insight. So I think quality of product is called key insight?
No, no.
No.
Key insight is what is your pain point?
Means problem solving, right?
What are your problems? Are the key insights.
Okay.
Key insights are not your product. Product is me, mine, na? I've yet not sold to you.
Mhm.
You're not sharing, you're not talking about my product. You're talking about your problems, which my product is going to help you with.
Okay, okay. Yes.
So it is not the product. It is about your problems. Just to tell you that pain point and problem are same words.
Okay.
Okay, now one question to each one of you. Why did I mention this last line? Why did I mention this last line that pain points and problem are same words?
Similar words?
Huh?
Similar words to both are similar words.
Exactly, Palak. But why did I mention it?
See, unless there is see, as per the basic definition of sales I see is a problem solving. And if it's not a pain point from a customer point of view, problem and pain point are definitely similar, right? I mean, I have to look at it as he or she is having some issue and I need to solve it. And I have a product or a service which can solve his issue, right?
Hmm.
So hence that definition will remain the same, problem as pain point, right?
I understand. But my question is, why did I use it?
Because from the way, I don't remember the name, but from the way she was asking you question and you were trying to explain, you could make out that it's better to make her understand in the simple language.
Yes. So thank you, Nana. Let me tell you, I on the first day, I'm telling you, be a very sharp listener. Palak, when she was asking me question, Palak, I said, what is the pain point? You have to understand. So she said, that means that problem. That one line itself meant that she is not correlating pain point with problems. For her understanding, problem is a word that she's understanding. So why not speak in her language then? Be very sharp listener, very sharp listener. Try to inculcate this habit right from today, now. Trust me, even if you do from today also, it will take at least 3 months to be a very sharp listener. Be very sharp listener. That will help you in your life also.
Yes.
So there are body signals from the prospect customers. Now, what are body signals? Body languages is there. Now, I'll give you some of the body languages if you people can see me. Can you people see me? Because I cannot see anybody.
Yeah, we can see.
Yes.
Okay. So positive body languages. Suppose I'm talking to a person and we are almost closing the deal. So open postures. So I might ask, my hand movements would be open. I would say, I would use the hand openly. You know, I will smile. I will look into the eyes of the people. I would look into the eyes of the sales people because I am the person who is buying. I would be the paying the money. So my eyes would never be a down eyes. Okay. So nodding. Now I would always keep on nodding. Yes, yes, yes. And even if I have questions and if I actually question your question itself means that's a positive body language because I am listening to you. I understand your product and services, and that is the reason I want to buy it because I understand that this is going to help me. So if you say me something irrelevant, I'll question you. That is also there. One of the good body language is that when I'm talking to somebody, suppose it's a physical meet, one-on-one, so the person start moving towards you. They start leaning towards you. Their body shoulders start moving towards you. This is also one of the positive body language. They smile. And it's called as something called as mirroring. Now I'll tell you a person, this is a psychological part of human body. If I am talking like this, I'm a salesperson. If I'm talking like this, you will see after some time, the person who is going to buy a product, it will also sit like this. It's mirroring. Mirroring plays a very crucial role to understand that is it a body positive or not. Now I'll tell you the another part of it. Say for example, this is your first meeting with the client. Okay, now you have gone to a client, you're meeting for the first time. That person is arrogant. Say for example, he has some sort of arrogance in their body language or for his positions or something. Imagine that person on this chair, how would he sit? He would push the chair back, he will cross his finger, and he will normally sit like this and ask you, tell me, what do you want to offer to me? Sometimes you might come across this kind of people, right? Now, in this case, if you want that person to, 1 second, please. I'm so sorry. I have a toddler of 4 years old. Sometimes she just trouble me. So now just imagine that if now this person who has an higher authority to you, and he's telling me, okay, Amrita, tell me, what do you have to offer to me? The voice is arrogant. Now, see the power of mirroring. If you are a salesperson, typically what happens is we get scared because we think, oh, if this client comes to us, we will have a big deal. So we try to subdue our personality and we try to follow very smoothly with that person. On the contrary, do exactly the opposite. Mirror. Remember one thing in mirroring when you are the salesperson is that never put arrogance in your verbal communication. But however, if you are sitting face to face with that person and that person is like sitting backward, you also lean a little back and then start talking. You are also giving him that body signal that, see, you are good at your part, I am good at my part. So can we talk at the same level? That's where exactly mirroring comes. Gitika, if you ask people, if people ask you to give you something extra with your training program, you have to mirror them to keep your value high. Okay, that sign means what, Harki?
The example is amazing.
Okay. Thank you.
One thing, this side, Akansha, one thing I want to ask, is this also important in interview when we are facing any kind of interview? Will it work?
You can mirror them on their body, but you can't mirror them with their tone.
Okay.
And you should not mirror them. I'll tell you why. I will always give you why. Because what happens, Akansha, is that sometimes in interviews, they specifically, behave rude to you because they want to understand how good are you with patient, how good are with your team members, how much resilience do you have, what is your adaptability to things around. So sometimes people do sit with that mindset because when I used to take interviews for a higher role, I was rude specifically just to understand how much that person can tolerate me. So don't be rude to them. On the contrary, there, how do you tackle it is that your body language should be most positive. Don't mirror there. Be very positive, sit straight, be specific, be very attentive in their listening, have a nodding, have leaning towards them, and then coming back and then answering. This is how you have to tackle with this kind of people because you don't know it's a nature or it's an attitude there. But don't do this with the interviews. That's what I would suggest you. because ultimately they are the paymaster at that point of time.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
So be smart to just get that. So did you understand the mirroring? Mirroring works very beautifully in closing the deals. Because if you don't mirror right, people will always keep you on lower and they will keep themselves up because they are paying it. But salespeople are not bad people, right? One thing I would like to ask you, have you seen ever these kind of things, dogs and salesperson are not allowed? What do you think about that? What is your first thing about it?
The meaning.
I've seen that.
Yes.
That's
So
a-
what do you think about it?
As
Is it
per
good?
that,
It is bad? It
people-
is neutral?
It's very mean of them.
The meaning, it's bad.
Anybody else who wants to contribute?
No, actually, when people approach us like this, also even we ignore them.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
customer.
So
When you see
Shraddha
the
is-
point of a seller, you feel pity on them. But when you see from the point of a buyer, you will, however busy you are, even if you get a recorded sale call, we just disconnect or we get angry. Or any telecallers give us a call, we get very upset. Okay, ma'am, I'm busy right now. Please call later. We don't like their approach. The moment we are busy or we are in a upset mood or we are, held up somewhere, we don't calm. I don't think any of us calmly speak to the salespeople.
Yeah, that
Okay.
phrase is very demeaning, but
Hmm.
but also at the same time, I would like to say that is a very demeaning phrase. But what she is saying, I also second that. We also get irritated when a salesperson approach us.
But
Firstly, you
what you asked, that is where it is written. That is most of the cases in some building complex or something, right? These are the writings. There, if we consider from that aspect, I think security reasons are also there. Those who are paying their maintenance and all, they will not be allowing any security issues and all. Because these types of writings basically are there. They feel that their security is getting hampered with this. Because if it is a genuine salesperson, definitely there should not be any problem with that. But if it is somebody is taking the advantage of their identity and doing something bad, maybe that is their intention, what I feel.
Swati, I think salesperson and dogs are not allowed. So I think just because it is paired with dogs, people get offended.
this has been okay. Now, next question is where this is copied from.
Restaurants?
No, dogs and Indians are not allowed.
Yeah, that was some Britishers thing.
Oh,
Yeah, in
Okay.
German.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you another part of it. Yes, it is demeaning, it is irritating, it is not acceptable. But you have to understand from other point of view is that why are they not allowed? Let's just leave their Shraddha right, Britishers. So let's just understand that there are two aspects to it. One is demeaning. They don't want to get in for the security reasons, XYZ. But people are also scared that the moment they get into a building, they will at least have 4 conversions and they'll get out of it. That's the power of the salesperson. That's one of the reasons why they don't want to entertain people also. Why have you not thought in positive? Why have you not thought anyone is a positive person? That salesperson don't come empty-handed ever. If he's a good salesperson, he'll get something. Even if it's 10 rupees, he'll get and come out. So it's demeaning, no doubt about it, but it's a positive note also that salespeople are very creative, that they will get their sales and get out. So people are scared also with the salespeople at a certain point of time. They don't sit with the salespeople because they don't know how to argue at certain point of time. And they will say, oh, I'll give you the money, just leave me. That's the job of the salesperson.
Right?
So your approach should be
a
always
very good
positive, no matter
perspective,
what.
actually. It's
Huh?
a very good perspective to look at, like, that's scary.
Yes. You should always have a positive attitude towards being your job also. Okay, let's talk very personal here. I'm very positive person by nature. Even if my daughter is shouting in paper, in front of 4 people, I would never scold to her. I will say, okay, that's her tantrum. Now I have to think, what is the problem with her? Just because somebody is telling me my child has to behave nicely, it is not a liability to me. You have not born my child. You are not taking care of her. So why should I hit my child in front of you? Please, it's a request to each one of you also have a very positive attitude being a female. Even if your husband doesn't give you money, ठीक है, उसके पास पैसा नहीं, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है. Have positive attitude. That will definitely work. Even
Ma'am,
if you don't do anything in your life now, then also please be happy with yourself. That's a very important thing, and learn this art. I have learned this art when I was 33 years old. I'm very happy with myself. है नहीं है मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Learn
ma'am,
this
just to
art.
take this on a lighter note, or a small joke, like we said that people call us for sales now. There are many girls, telecaller girls who call you, ma'am, are you interested in this aquaguard repair or your chimney? Many sales girls call early morning when we are busy now.
Mhm.
So at that time, I was leading this Avon beauty products training program. And my head would always tell me, जो मिलता है उसको convert करो. So the girls who call me to do sales, I would tell them, okay, I don't want to do any chimney repair, but you're doing very good marketing. Why don't you join Avon? And I got so many leads from there also. I would not
Yes,
even pay them.
very nice. Yeah, very nice, pal. This is also one of the good things that you should do. See, now you all the salespeople have to understand that you have, when the salespeople call you up, convert them to whatever you do. Thanks, thanks, Payal. So that's an approach. Now let's go to the next approach, which is the negative approach. I don't know why this doesn't move on the future. So you have negative body language also at the closing. And this is very specifically from the closing point of view. So they always have the crossed arms and legs. This body language itself means that, okay, the person is not interested, he's anxious, he's frustrated, he doesn't want to listen to you, X, Y, Z. Avoiding eye contact. I'll tell you a real example for this, which has recently happened 3 days before with me. Fidgeting. He'll fidget with phone or paper or something. It itself means that the person is not interested. He is anxious at certain point of time. He wants to say you no, but then he is not able to say you no. So he will start fidgeting. Now, the next one is the leaning back. The moment you lean forward, it's a positive body language. The moment you lean backward, it's a negative body language. It could be authority, it could be argument, it could be no, it could be like, oh, I'm irritated at this point of time. Anything, it could be anything. But leaning backward itself means that the person is not comfortable or is a negative body language. Looking at the clock or the phone is also a body language, because if you also indulge into any conversation which is interesting and which has a benefit of you, you will never look at the phone. You yourself will never look at the phone. So just imagine if the person is looking at the phone itself means that the person is not very positive towards your product or services. Tense facial expression. Like this, he will see like this. He will make your, he will tighten lips like this. These are some of the body languages you have to keep on observing very sharply. He will keep tight jaws. Oh yes. Tighten the jaw. This is also a negative body language. Correct. Even if he notes yes, he is tightening the jaw here. This is a negative body language. So there's some of the things that you have to keep in your mind every time and be very sharp observer also. Neutral body language, touching the face. Now this could be a habit also. See, now what happens is this, people think that now if I put my hand like this and if I say, oh, I'm thinking something. No, it could be my habit also. I have an habit of putting like this. Now I feel comfortable with this. So this is a neutral body language. You can't judge. Hand gestures. Now, if I have too much of hand movements also, it means that you are free, but not necessarily. I had that habit of moving my hand. Foot and leg movements. If I use my foot, It has been saying that when you move your legs too much, it means that you're anxious. But no, sometimes they are habit also. People have an habit, and that anxiousness come from the childhood. That is an anxiousness for sure, but that comes from childhood. So that becomes an habit at that point of time. And the neutral, one of the tilted body language. This is one thing that you have to remember, is that when a person is listening to you, your head start tilting. Now see Amrita's head. If you're thinking, she's always like this. See Palak's head keeps on moving like this. You know, even Gitika, if you can see on the screen, her face is not straight. It's a little tilted, a little on the left hand side of her hand. So I also understand by body languages who is listening to me is not listening to me, whoever screen is open. So some of the things that we also understand now, based on your tilted heads, we start having a conversation. Why I put sometimes joke in between, sometimes I'll ask you a question, to make things interesting. Also, I'm not talking here at this point of time, but we do this often during our training programs also. Looking at the body language, we keep on doing it. Ma'am, if the customer is showing negative body language, that means we should leave him. 1 second, I cannot read the full one. No, Gitika, you don't have to do that. Or like what to do. No, Gitika, you don't have to leave the customer, because if your customer has completed your authority, he has a money, he has a need, but at that point of time, he is not showing you positive language. So you have to understand from him that, is this any challenges that he is not ready to take an action at this point of time? If he is your ideal customer profile, which I'm expecting that you would have done beforehand only, and you would have understood that he's a decision maker, he has a need, he has the money, but he's showing a negative body language towards the closing, which means there is something which has not been solved. So when you put too much of time and effort with him, try to solve that one problem. And if still the person is still showing you negative, then probably you can park him for some days or some months, and then again go back to him. So never lose a customer if he is into your segment of ideal customer profile. You can put them for next month and tell him, sir, I think probably there is some problem. I think you would like, if you're not comfortable sharing with us, so let me not disturb you. Let me give you that time space for yourself. I understand that this product is going to solve your problem. Tell her or him in that positive language. Let me give that time space to you. Can I connect back to you on 15th of this month? If the person says yes, then he's still positive. If the person says, let me get back to you, then say, sir, I respect your privacy. I respect the way you have told to me. So let me just say you hi by next month, just to understand, are you ready to talk to me? After that, also have one more follow-up. And then also, if there is a negative approach, then don't touch that customer for at least 2-3 months. Is that okay, Gayatri? Okay, so I'll give you one thing right now, example of examples. I actually was undergoing some therapy as in terms of one therapy I was undergoing. In that therapy, they have some products. In spite of me, she was a very good salesperson. I was understanding that selling me other products, XYZ products. She wants me to buy this. I never wanted to buy that product because I don't believe into her products, but I believe into her therapy. So, I tell you frankly, when I was talking to her, I was not able to talk to her looking into her eyes. Being a salesperson, I know that I don't want to buy the product, but when she was asking me, I was not able to look into her eyes. I am a salesperson, so I should have looked into her eyes and talked to her. No, I'll buy your product. Don't worry. That's what, again, I proved that you can't lie through your body language, no matter how good you are. Just my own example, which happened 3 days before. And then I understood my own self. So this is the thing. So why do you need to understand the body language? Because you have to keep on adjusting your approach. This is basically Aarti, which you have just asked the question. If you look at the positive body language, continue with your current strategy and look forward to close the deal. If you notice that there is a negative body languages, try to understand their context and worry. Try to shift your questions through open-ended question. Tailor your pitch accordingly so that the person, the time and effort that you have invested with them are not wasted. Don't close that customer then and there itself. You can give some time to them. You can ask them open-ended questions. You can question them. Is this something that is bothering you? Can we discuss something else? Change the topic. Talk naturally something else. Don't talk about your product or services. Shift your approach. It could be anything. And then get back that customer to the track. Right? This is the other thing. So when promoting or selling yourself as a consultant, so understand one thing, all the people out here is that when you take up a job of a saleswoman, please don't consider yourself as a saleswoman. Please take a proud that you are a consultant. You're a sales consultant because you're solving somebody's life. Even if you sell a Bisleri water, it is also a consultant because you're solving the problem of thirst at that point of time. So please take that privilege in yourself. You should express confidence, warmth, and enthusiasm. Am I clear? I can't see anyone.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yep.
please position yourself as a sales consultant. Even if you sell a hairpin also, be proud of yourself. Second is the facial expression. Okay. Facial expressions, I will tell you. Okay. Putting up rows like this, questions. See, these are different facial expression people give. This is the negative one. Alia Bhatt does it. The moment she does it, I get irritated. Negative personality. I do find her negative. I don't know how many people are here of Alia Bhatt fan. I'm talking about from my point of view. Raising eyebrows. Oh, 1,000 rupees. Oh. तो अरे तुम 1.5 लाख का फोन खरीद सकते हो, मेरे 1,000 रुपीज में तुमको प्रॉब्लम है? हद हो गई। 50 किलो आप अनियन खरीद सकते हो, 50 रुपए का अनियन खरीद सकते हो, और मैं 100 रुपए भी नहीं बोल सकती। The people are like that. Huh? So understand how are they raising their eyebrows? Okay, how are they giving expression? I'll think about it. No, it is a negative. He would never come back. People do like this also. People sitting at the CEO level also do like this. Then they'll play with their hair. Oh, right. Let me get back to you. This is one of the facial expressions with the body language at the authority position. Literally telling you, people who are taking care of 500,000 crore company also does it. But we are not attentive. What are they doing? So be very cautious about it. Be very clear on their body language. Any questions still here? Before I move to the next topic, which is another interesting and nice topic.
No, ma'am, no questions here. Everything is cleared.
So am I too good or are you good students? Tell me now.
Swati,
No. I just texted Perky saying that Swati is too good. I had to move out today and I didn't go at your class.
Swati, if I may ask one here. See, when clearly you can see the facial expression being very dismissive, very cynical, not at all interested. See, there is immediate response from anybody. It's a human tendency. I would see that, I'll get disappointed. And then my tone also will not be as gentle as it would have been if it was a little bit more accommodating. If that's not happening, how do we recover immediately? I mean, it's quite immediate response, right? When you see the face, when you read the face, immediately, how do we, recover ourselves to pitch in with the same smile and same enthusiasm?
Okay. See, what happens over here is that if person is not showing any positive language to you, I am understanding, Aarti, is that you're coming from one person's face value. You have somebody in your mind who has given you this kind of indications. Probably you felt very bad at that very point of time because you might have invested time with him or her. I'm just guessing it, but my guess is right. I'm very sure on that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So in such scenario, you have to understand what is the value that you're selling. Okay, what is no here the cost? What is the cost? If the cost of the product is, for example, is 1 lakh rupees, example, and if you have invested more than 6 months, averagely you have done like how much? 75,000 per, that is, you are losing it. You have to understand that what is the cost and what is the value it's going to add. And if it is matching with each other, then keep patience. Because you have to keep on telling yourself that this will take time. Second aspect is that, oh, this is the tough man. I'm going to crack him one day, not today, not tomorrow. That could be one of the encouragement. Third is, if it's a big deal, if it is going to give you a recurring deal, it's a big deal, then learn the art of patience. One tip to every person who becomes a salesperson is your face should be blank, a poker face. No reaction on the face, even if the person is the rudest. You can take that pause and then answer him back, but don't give that reaction of angry, hatred, or you did not like it, anything like that. Poker face. And that comes with practice. Have a poker face. Unless and until you want to give a reaction. Say for somebody, give me 1,000 rupees. I said, yeah, because I'm serving that value to you. Get that? So if you want to give a reaction, then take a reaction, otherwise poker face. So there are 3-4 parameters: value versus cost. How much have you invested? Do you want to keep that patience? Yes or no? If it's a recurring and a big deal. Third, if you want to crack down that person. So these are 3 adrenal rush that will help you to be there or be out of that system. And Aarti, if that person you have invested 6 months now don't leave that person and get out from there. Now to close that deal and get out from there. If not from that person, then he has to give that lead where the closing is done.
Yes.
Now to you should get into your sales mode only. Hardcore sales mode. कि time invest किया ना, अब तो पैसा चाहिए. The time is not free. Don't make yourself too available for people. Closing technique. Now, closing techniques, there are different types of closing technique. Everybody does it. I'll give you some real closing techniques, and I'm sure people have closed you for you in the past also. You'll get to understand. It is just the method or to encourage prospect to be convert into client. Simply जेब खोल के पैसा देने का है. That is closing. They have to give you the money. Some of the closing technique is assumptive. One of the closing technique is called as assumptive. Now it is like acting or believing the prospect that has made up the mind to buy the product and services. If you go to a car showroom, okay, after giving you the pitch, the demo, the drive and everything, if you have ever heard to them, these people ask you, sir, आप white लोगे कि black? सर आप पेमेंट आज करोगे कि आप 2 दिन बाद करोगे? आप चेक का पेमेंट करोगे कि कैश दोगे? Have you not heard these kind of things? Assumptive. You need that power and believe in your system that you believe that this person is already closed and now you're just asking them how would you do the payment. The choice of color. Right? Sometimes it has been done with you in the salon also. Highlight kara lo, ma'am. कौन सा लोगे, ब्लॉन्ड लोगे कि वाइट वाइट करा दो? फेशियल मैम, फेशियल करा लो। गोल्ड करूं कि डायमंड करूं? गोल्ड कर लो। Assumptive. They know that you're going to buy it and they just give you an option. Now in that, what happens? You choose the lowest one. But you choose. Most of the cases may you choose. Unless and until you really don't have money and time, then only you leave it. Otherwise you choose. Always choose. Right or wrong?
But Swati, this works for B2C. For B2B, is this possible?
Yes,
We-
in B2B also, it is possible. Now I'll give you an example of B2B. Now let's take an example of Aarti who sells books. Now she has, say for example, 6 set of books. So she can actually come up and say to the person if she wants to close a deal, I understand the, एक काम करते हैं सर, 2 set लेके देख लेते हैं. Let's take 2 sets. Are you okay for 2 sets? Assumptive. Let's go ahead with the 2 sets. Let's go ahead with the 2 sets. Then you can take a call after 1 month. Then you buy the 3rd set. B2B. Assumptive. She is believing into a product and she is saying, I'm going to buy it. You're going to buy it. So if you don't have the money, buy the 2-1. It could be number, it could be color, it could be payment, it could be any mode. But you are just telling them, I'm sure that you're going to buy it. So you are just telling them how will you buy it. And this is one of the very powerful deal of closing. Questions? Normally, how do you ask? When would you like to schedule the installation? Would you like to pay through cash or card? Which model do you prefer? Would you like to go for white or gray color? What name should you involve? This kind of questions, when people ask you, they're pushing you towards the very strong close because they know that you are going to buy, but you're just confused. So they give you this push. B2B में भी होता है, B2C में भी होता है. This is
Swati,
in
just one just one thing I want to share. We had gone to buy a car and we took the test drive and the after like 2 days we had gone to take it. We had not paid the money, but over the telephonic conversation my husband had told him that we are ready to buy it and everything, but we had not given the money yet. So what they had done is, the moment we had entered the showroom, they played the song congratulations and celebration, and they kept the thali ready for puja. So I was like, oh my God, like, I mean, they are totally prepared that we are going to take the car home today.
Naina, that is not assumptive. That is pushy.
Okay.
I would have backfired it.
Really?
Did I confirm it that I'm going to buy? Did I sign
Yeah,
any
over the phone.
document?
Over the
But did I
phone, yeah.
sign any
No,
document?
no.
If I have not signed any document, if the payment is not done by me, then it's a pushy.
Oh,
That's not assumptive. That they played with your words.
all right.
I would have
So because,
backfired it.
yeah, because when we had gone, we had told the person, because the owner of the showroom was known to my husband. So he had told him that we are going to buy. But when we had gone, the loan was not passed yet by the bank. So my husband and I had gone there to talk to the owner of the showroom that कि आज हमारा लोन नहीं हुआ, maybe probably 2-3 दिन में जब हो जाएगा हम उठा लेंगे. But वो उन्होंने गाना वाना लगा दिया वो सब और all of that happened.
No, it was wrong. It was wrong. This is not the way
Yeah.
the sales has been done.
Yeah, but also I was shocked. Yeah.
Now, if suppose I am going with the mindset that I don't have the payment right now. If there's a congratulation, it's an embarrassing for me as a buyer.
Yeah.
Right? So why would
Yeah.
I embarrass a buyer?
Correct.
You should never embarrass a buyer. Now, next time, now you tell me, can you recommend this kind of dealership to somebody else?
No,
You
no,
will
because
always have-
I was like, मतलब अभी पता नहीं अंदर जाके क्या बातें होंगी क्या नहीं होगा, So we were not that sure. But हाँ, हमें लेना है वो sure था, पर आज ही लेना है वो sure नहीं था.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
have to push. You can be pushy. No, that
Yeah.
was pushy. You can be assumptive,
Ah,
once the document has been clear.
yeah.
This kind of things, when you play a song like congratulations, which means that the first installment has been done.
Also, but because I don't know why they did it, because owner known था या जो भी था, I don't know. But हम आज ही लेके जाएंगे, इस बात की गारंटी नहीं है ना अभी.
तो दिया उन्होंने बिना पेमेंट के.
हाँ, फिर उन्होंने, वो तो नोन थे, तो वो कहते कि आप तो ले जाओ भैया, आप दे देना 1-2 दिन में, जब भी पास होगा लोन, आप पेमेंट अब दे देना.
चलो बहुत अच्छी बात है, पर जनरली तुम जानते थे इसलिए दे दिया, पर
हाँ
क्या
जी,
कोई और
जी.
देता?
ना ना, नॉट
और
एट
वो
ऑल.
नोन काफी खास नोन होना चाहिए.
हाँ, राइट.
तो देन इट इज ओके, बट देन उसके माइंड में वो
Even
चीज.
then, हाँ, even then playing that congratulations song was a little awkward, I think.
Yes, it
It was a
it
bit
was
awkward.
awkward. I would have not
Yeah.
appreciated it.
Yes.
Okay. Second one is scarcity clause. This basically no, now or never clause. It is used with FOMO. Have you heard about this word FOMO? I'm sure. Fear of missing out. This is a new terminology used by a lot of Gen Z people. Oh, I'm into FOMO. They want to be FOMO.
Yeah.
They have to be present everywhere. So there are 4 types of scarcity clause. One is a price scarcity. Generally, you can see in the fashion related product. Say, for example, oh, today we are going to have 20% discount. If you don't buy today, you are going to miss out and you get in the original MRP. So there is a price scarcity. This has been used in a lot of tactics. If your product is very high, if you want to have a lot of quarter, and this price scarcity normally comes during a quarterly end when it comes to B2B, and it comes to certain seasons like rainy season sales or winter season sales for the fashion brands. They use this type of scarcity clause. Quantitative scarcity, which is a limited. Oh, I have a limited offer, so you have to use it. Now, suppose I am a salesperson. I am going to charge, say, for example, 1 lakh rupees for sales training for 3 days program, and I have my own personal branding, okay? And I have 30 seats. So I'll make sure that my quantitative scarcity is there. There are only 30 seats. If you come first serve basis will give. 30 is done, my deal is closed. I'm not taking anybody. So I'm creating that scarcity in the market so that my enrollment are faster. Premium scarcity. That's how people play with all the brands. Say it Ladra, say it Gucci, say they play at a premium brand. Do you really think that Gucci bags are really worth of like 10 lakh rupees?
No, not at all.
No, they are premium. They have positioned themselves as premium.
Correct.
Because they actually, if you read about the case study of Gucci, Gucci, they don't give firstly discount. You will never hear in your life that Gucci gives a discount. Secondly, they upgrade their product after every 6 months, I think. I'm not very sure on that, but 6 months, I think. And you know what happens with this Gucci brand specifically? In this 6 months, whatever products are not being sold, they don't sell it at the lower price. They burn it. They burn the product. And they burn in the middle of the market at a certain place where there is a video shooted and it's there in the market.
What's
That's,
the reason?
huh?
What's the reason to create that hype?
I'm sorry?
What is the reason for that?
Premium. That if you can't afford in this, we are not going to sell it at a lower price. It's okay to burn it out. But we have a quality and it's not for the local people.
Okay.
We are not giving it to middle class people because we don't cater to middle class people. So not only film star and the politicians are rich people, there are a lot of HNI people in the market who has affordability for them. So they actually cater to them as well. So why don't you come and buy from Gucci? Premium scarcity. That's exactly the example of Gucci. Offer scarcity. Now, what is offer? Oh, if you sign up today, we have an offer today, otherwise it is not done. If you are sign up today, I'll give you this extra. Offer scarcity. So it's for 1 day, 2 day. My offer prevails till 5 days by this Saturday. So the people do have this kind of closing scarcity. Now, next example of this case.
Swati,
Yes,
can you
Naina.
please explain price? What was the first one? Price scarcity. Yes, that I
Yes.
did not understand.
Price scarcity, for example, which part of India are you there from, Naina? Which part of
I am
India are you
from
from?
Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh.
Oh, Bhopal did not have any kind of. Okay, so I'll give you price scarcity. What exactly that means? You know this bags fashion. This Esbada is there. Then you
Yes.
have brands like. Can you just name some of the handbags?
High design.
Caprese, High Design,
Baggett,
Yeah,
Baggett.
Baggett.
Lavi,
Baggett.
Kos,
Baggett is a
Michael
price
Kors.
scarcity. Yes, but Baggett generally play with the price scarcity. I'll tell you why. So what they do is like they have the bag of smaller wallet. They will put it at 1599, and they will say today, we will give this bag at only 1099. So that's basically a price scarcity. If you buy
So
today
that's
only.
similar to offer scarcity only.
Offer, yes, that's very similar to offer, but offer
Okay.
isn't always into percentage and price is into money discount.
Okay.
That's the difference. Offer always give you much in percentage. Oh, today you'll buy 10% discount. If you buy
Okay.
more than 1500 rupees product, you get 20% discount.
Right.
But ma'am, Baggett is run by a female entrepreneur,
Yeah.
Neely or something, no? So she gives discounts so that, people can buy also and, do the selling, and people who can't afford also should be able to afford. She has planned out and worked in such a way.
Who is speaking, Payal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Payal, absolutely okay. Whatever she's doing is absolutely right. But then ultimately she's doing it for her business, na? It's not that her goal is that everybody has the affordability, right? That's
Right.
not a question. But why is she not giving round the clock then? If that is the goal. The goal is that she wants a product to sell at a premium price in certain time. And when the products are not sold, then she wants people to have an affordability.
Right.
So
Correct.
it's
We
just a
never thought of
strategy.
this.
So there's nothing right or wrong that she's doing. She is a businesswoman, right? She wants a product. Her product are very simple, that it's for the middle class and upper middle class. So she wants her product to sell at the premium price at one point of time. When it is not sold, then it is catered to other segment of the society.
Oh, yes, we never thought of this.
So exactly. So this is
That's
how you
what
have
happens
to
when you're too positive.
understand. Then if the goal is for middle class people, then it should be round the clock.
Correct. इधर ज्यादा ही positivity हो गया life में.
Okay. All right. So please be positive, but please think how the business has been done, because women's business is different and positives are different. Business is a business. Okay.
Ma'am.
Business is also playing with the sentiments of the customer.
No, Naina, that's not the way you should think. Business is to understand that you are there in the market to cater some needs. You have that accessibility and you have the right to earn the profit out of it.
Correct.
So think business is the business only. Don't think as that you're manipulating somebody. No, if you have some skills and if you're earning money out of which gives comfort to your family, it's a business.
Why not? Yeah.
So never say that it's a manipulation. No, it's not a manipulation. अगर ऐसा ही होता तो सभी इंसान फिर बिजनेस करते ना। आप में दम
Correct.
है तभी आप बिजनेस कर रहे हो,
Yeah.
ये तो हर इंसान फिर नहीं करता ना। सो बिजनेस इज अ वेरी पॉजिटिव थिंग। बिजनेस लोग नेगेटिव बना देते हैं क्योंकि वो ताकत नहीं रखते बिजनेस करने की। मैं तो जॉब को भी बिजनेस लेती हूँ, क्योंकि अगर मैं जॉब में भी हूँ, आई एम जॉब पर्सन ऑल्सो, इट्स लाइक अ बिजनेस टू मी। अगर if I'm growing, if I'm giving growth to the company and I'm taking money out of it, if I'm asking commissions of me, I am doing my business. But the only thing is I'm not doing individually. I'm doing under a big umbrella.
Correct.
The point is people consider job as a job. तो फिर वो बोलते ग्रोथ ही नहीं है। आप जॉब को बिजनेस देखो ना एक बार, ग्रोथ कैसे नहीं होती मुझे बताना।
Correct.
So that's the thing. So now I'll give you some examples. Say, for example, this is one last piece at this price. This is an example. This is the one last piece at this price. Now, this is the line that customer gives to you. Scarcity clause. Oh, we have got you 20% discount for the customer who signed today. If you commit to sign up now, I can commit you to that your procedure would be fast track and for your implementation process. So this is kind of a scarcity clause. It could be quantitative, it could be offer, it could be pricing, it could be something. So these kind of lines when people give you, they're trying to close you at the earliest. This is also one of the closing techniques, and you should also be using this when you close other people. When you go to your client and they say, oh no, today I'm not in a mood. Oh, I'll give you 20% discount if you close today. Oh, I just remember, or you can say, oh, we are running an offer. You know what? If you close today, there are 3 benefits along with the benefits that along with the value which you're getting from the product. And now the benefits are, firstly, I'll give you 20% discount if in case there is there in the market, or if that company is given to you. Secondly, I'll fast track your process. Third, it will be, your process will start soon. So scarcity, give them the scarcity. Sharp angle close. There is another common closing technique which people use it. Now, one thing for everybody, these are different types of closing. It is applicable with different kind of customers, where you have to understand what customer mindset is. And then based off that, you have to use which one do you use. Now, sharp angle close is basically prospect generally ask for more discount, add-ons. There are people who will keep on bugging you when they know that they have an upper hand on the deal. Give me more discount, give me an add-on, give me this, give me that. In such cases, salesmen, if they had the authority, if suppose you know exactly you have the authority, you can go ahead and tell, if I give you the discount today, whatever you're asking, then you have to close it today itself. You don't have to push it. So whatever they are asking, and if you have the authority by your senior people to give that thing away and just close the deal, then use that sharp angle close. Yes, I'll give you, but you have to do it right now. You have to sign all the documents. You have to make payment today. You have to complete. Then your payment has to come into your control. That, okay, first payment is today, second payment is after 3 days, fourth payment is after 5th day. So your whole money has to come in fast. It's a sharp angle close. Because if you're giving them a discount and add-ons, then take the money faster. This is one of the close where you have to understand that the price has to come faster. The money has to come faster. Questions, question close. They ask more and more questions and more yes. This is one of the questions. This is one of the questions close which you normally see by a lot of insurance company people. When they sell insurance, they ask you, do you think that there is a need of insurance? Yes. This insurance is going to help you after you're gone. Do you believe that? Yes. This insurance is going to give you the number which I just told you. Did you see that? Yes. Now, the more yes you will have in the answers, the more chances is that the deal will be closed. So do you like to sign the paper contract today? Yes. So this is a question close. Lot of insurance people does that, and lot of B2B company do it. Oh, my product is helping you solve this problem. Do you agree with this? Yes. Do you know this is going to solve the problem of your people also? Yes. This is going, do you believe that this, when you take this, it is going to solve your financial issues? Yes. So would you like to sign the contract today? Yes. This is the most easiest, safest, and very quick closing techniques. The more the yes, the more the close. The more the no, the lesser the close. Are you people listening? Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is also one of the very good and a very nice way of closing deals. If you don't know anything, if you don't understand anything now, use this technique. Close, question, close. And in this, you know what happens is, my personal suggestion or my personal opinion is that people always think good about you, because they are not saying, you have not forced them. Na? They only saying, na, yes, it just only the questions has been changed. You are framing a question in such a way that the answer is yes. The more and more question, oh, this is the same. Now, this is one of the another closing technique, which is a take away close. Now, just imagine a kid, and this is psychological close approach. You have to use this approach very systematically and very subtly. Don't use this close unless and until you don't know a lot of things. So imagine if you take away a toy from a kid, what will they do? They will shout, they will cry, so that you give them back their toys. In the same way, few prospect people are very adamant on pricing. They don't listen to you. They say, I understand your value. I understand your company is good. I understand your company's future is good. I understand everything, whatever you're saying is right. But I need a discount. Your pricing is very high. But you know that he has a buying capacity. You have invested your time and money, so you can't go let him go, because it's a time and money also. In such people, you have to take away certain features or benefit from your product and services and give at their price, because they are not bothered. Now, these kind of people are not much bothered on more of features or more of add-ons. They are more interested towards the pricing. When people get very stuck on pricing now, then this is a technique that you have to use, which is okay, sir, I'll give it at your price. Okay, you wanted 1,000 rupees, I'll give you, but I'm so sorry. So this is something that would not be included. And probably you don't require this at this point of time. So you take in 1,000 rupees only. That will solve your one part of problem. And if you want next time, we can just add it on to you. So you have opened the discussion with them for the next also. Are you there with me, all of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is basically you have to use when people are very, very specific on the pricing part. Adamant. They understand that whatever you're doing is best, but they don't want to pay the price that you're asking for. And you will find these kind of people very much in market. Price, 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 price. So reduce the features or add-ons and close the deal.
But I've seen this very commonly. People who can afford it also bargain a lot. And what we tell them is, we don't expect this from you. We usually tell them. But even then, after they ask us, okay, yaar, thoda to kam ho hi jayega.
In such scenario, Payal, if you think that the person has the money and you have identified that the person has the money, and now there are two aspects to it. One aspect is कि वो nature से कंजूस है, ठीक है? अगर ये उसका चीज है, then उसको take away close पे करो. अगर उसको सिर्फ चिक चिक करने के लिए कर रहा है या कर रही है, in that case, probably you have not showcased the value of the product or service in a very highest form.
Yeah, probably, ma'am.
अगर एक इंसान अगर वो टेबल पे बैठा हुआ है, the person is standing in front of you, and if he has iPhone 15 Pro Max and he is having a chick with you on a pricing, then probably you have not valued your product or service in a high way, because he has a buying capacity.
One more thing now, ma'am, seeing all these conditions, these are the learnings what I've taken. I have done the pricing of the product more, and I've added my margin. I've added even the shipping charges, and now I give them a bonus as free shipping. So they are more
Yeah.
happy to do that.
Yeah. That is something that people do because people get very tired of saying why. People don't want to pay shipping charges. So normally when you do B2C products, specifically when it comes to clothing, jewelry, XYZ, they say if the product has come to you 500, the product you want to sell it at 800. Shipping is 100 rupees. You will say 950 and say shipping free.
Yes, yes, with a little bit of content writing on it, with little bit of drama on that. That is, I think, it is all mindset that people are buying nowadays.
Yeah. That's one of the type of closing as well. And the last closing that we have is an alternative close, that when people don't know what to buy and they are just not closing it, just give them the alternatives are this or this. Which one do you want to buy? So there are different
We
types of
have
closing.
alternatives like in our current situation, do we have alternatives to offer?
Yes, we do have. Now when it comes to a crockery, suppose there is a glass, okay, you like the glass in the mall, and the glass is a high tall glass, but one is of Ocean, which is like 600, and another one is of Lodra, which is like for 6,000 or maybe 2,000. If the person doesn't want to buy 2,000, say give the alternative one, na? 600. So this is the same shape. Just the shape is a little bit changed, but it solve your problems. Alternative closing.
Hmm.
That's exactly how they do it. So you don't want glass, take in melamine. If you don't want melamine, take a steel. Alternative closing, but they don't let you go. If you give Herky product, if say for example, oh, this is very expensive, I don't want to buy it, take this one. Na? This will solve your problem. Start the process and see how things work out for you. If you want to add on, we can add on this on the value on the in the runway. I don't know. So there are different styles of closing. Some of these are very common types of closing. Assumptive is one of them. Then takeaway closing is there. Then there is a sharp angle closing. There is a question closing. Then there is an alternative closing. So some of the common closing. Apart from this, people use different type of closing. Of course, there are a lot of sessions that you have, a lot of closing that you have, but few of them which I could take up here. I just took that very common ones. Yes, Pujita. Your hand is raised. Oh, she has put down the hand. Gayatri, what does that creating superiority complex means? Okay. Shrita has asked a question, ma'am, what is the time we should set for a deal ideal time so that the customer won't get bored or we ourselves? Firstly, Srilata, you don't have to think that the customer will get bored. If the customer is interested by your product, he can spend 5 hours also. If the customer is not interested, he will get bored in 5 minutes. Please don't devalue yourself by asking how much maximum time. But if you ask me this question, that the minimum, if you have just gone there for the closing deal, then it should be not more than 1 hour for that one particular day. And if the deal is not closed in that 1 hour, please open the conversation and say, let's close it tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow. Think over it. Right? Do you have questions? How was the session for the day?
It was very good. Very
Good.
interactive.
That's great.
Thank you, Gitika. Thank you, Aarti. Thank you, Naina.
Myself, Swati, ma'am.
Thanks, pal. You can just call me Swati. I'm absolutely okay. I'm so sorry
Okay.
today. I don't know, something was wrong with my tongue therapy. I don't know. I was just mumbling a lot today inside my own mouth only. Sometimes it does happen, na? Because when you shout or when you are behind your child all the day, this portion starts getting
It hurts, yeah.
hurts.
Swati, just one thing I want to tell you is I just realized that I had not used Zoom before this, before taking the course. So
Hmm.
I just realized that it has taken my name as it was in the phone. So that's why my name is Naina's iPhone Pro Max. I had
Hmm.
not, I don't know.
So you can change
You
that
can
name.
change that.
So you have that 3 dots there on top of yours. You can have a rename there.
Okay, okay.
Swati, so we
Done for you.
have some kind of I think something is scheduled for Wednesday. Will we be you'll be asking us questions, or I'm not sure. I got a call.
Assessment.
Assessment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how is it actually? What kind of
So
assessment is
yeah,
it?
so what kind of that's why my question. Are we going to get some kind of material, or it's just from the learnings we had in last 9 days? You're not sure about it?
No, I'm not sure about it, but I was not told that there has to be something which has to be given to all
Okay.
the
Maybe.
participants.
Mhm.
But in case you wanted, any which ways my PPT is ready, I can send it to Swati Harki Learnings, or I can send it to Avneet. They can forward it to you. I have no problem sharing you that data with you.
Okay.
Yeah, please do it because I could not
It'll
attend the last 2
Yeah,
sessions.
even I need the first
no,
first class data.
though I attended
Yeah,
every session, but it was sort of
but
dumb.
yeah,
I'm coming from the technical background. The sales thing is completely new, so it's
Mhm.
good that I get some kind of refresher course. I can go back.
yeah.
Yes.